good? Happy Wednesday evening to everybody.
What?
How are you guys doing?
Very good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's another Wednesday night, which means it's time for CommanderCraft. This is a playcast that the Planestalkers podcast does. I am your host, Aramis, along with the co-host, Will.
Hello.
And we'll be playing some Commander tonight. If you guys see the screen, we got our returning champion, Levi, aka Kinetic. We got a new player, Lucarian Morningstar, also known as Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Before we get started, I want to let everybody know that this episode and every episode of CommanderCraft is sponsored by Flights 2, a wonderful game store in Albany, New York. They have, it's a cornucopia of magic. You go there, you can buy stuff going all the way back to Revise if you have the coin and the desire. They have all sorts of other stuff for other games, other hobbies. Really just a great place. If you are in the Albany area and you have some spare time on Saturday, they are going to be running the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty pre-release. They're going to be doing it a little bit differently this time. It's going to be at Samurai Hibachi Restaurant on Wolf Road in Albany. Your entry fee includes a hibachi lunch, as well as the pre-release itself. The winner gets a set of samurai swords. It's going to be freaking amazing. It's very limited seating. I don't think it's sold out yet, but I imagine it's going to sell out.
Yeah,
there's only like a dozen or so seats left, I believe, as of earlier this week. So if you're interested and you're in the area, stop by Hibachi, the Samurai Hibachi restaurant on Saturday morning starting at noon. Or you can go to their website to find their phone number. It's magicthegathering.net. You can give them a call, sign up, or stop by the store and pay your entry fee there. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So
absolutely. And seriously, tomorrow, wife and I are going car shopping. If I can get a car, I'm going to try to be there myself. So it's all about the car at this point.
Understood. So, like I said, we're going to be playing some Commander. So what is Commander? Commander is a casual constructed format. It is 100 card singleton. So what that means is that you can only have one card in your deck that's not a basic land. Those are the only basic lands are the only cards where you can have duplicates of them. You have one legendary creature usually set aside as your commander. Occasionally planeswalkers can be commanders, but it's normally legendary creatures. And you build your deck around that, the color identity of that creature. What that means is that if your commander is blue and red, you can only use blue and red cards in your deck. Of course, colorless artifacts are allowed. And every player starts with 40 life. It's a free-for-all. There's politics involved. You win by either reducing your opponent's life total to 0 as in a regular game of Magic, or if your commander deals 21 or more combat damage to a particular player, that will eliminate them as well. So, as I said before, we have our returning champion, Levi. He is rolling with what deck is that again, sir?
I am playing my first partner deck that I built. It is Tana and Ravo Saprolings. So I'm just essentially trying to hit people with Tana, make a bunch of Saprolings, and do stuff with them.
See, what I heard from that was, I have bullshit, and I'm going to just bullshit everybody and bullshit. Bullshit.
Essentially.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of that last week, so it's going to be interesting tonight. If he wins one more game, we're actually going to be going into Nemesis for the first time since we changed how we do it. So I'm not rooting for you.
Oh, I'm not rooting for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to win at the same time, but it's like if he gets there, I'll be curious to see if it survives Nemesis. I don't think we've had a deck survive that since it got to that point.
No, I do. We've never had a win. We've never retired. I think you retired Zakama once through Nemesis.
That was right before we started. Before we started Nemesis. I think that was the week before we started Nemesis.
Right. So, Aramis, why don't we talk about Rule 0?
Yeah. So Rule 0, since Levi has to play this deck because he is the returning champion. The rest of us, we're going to have the Rule 0 conversation, and basically what that's going to be is we're going to sort of see what the table feels like, see what kind of a game everybody wants. I normally bring a selection of decks to the table. The reason I'm not tonight is because this is a new deck that I'm playing, so I'm gonna be playing this deck. Justin Justin is playing the deck he has because right now that's the only deck he has.
Right.
So really, the Rule Zero is going to shift completely over to Will because he's got 3 decks.
I have 3.
And
He's standing by.
He says he has no preference, so I'm curious to see what.
That's where I'm coming back.